Hello, boys and girls. We have spent so much time learning math this year. We have learned so many different things, and we do not want you to forget anything that you learned this year. So I'm going to show you a quick chart to remind you of all the things that you can do this summer to practice and remember all that we learned in math. The first thing that you can do this summer is count to 100. We have all learned to count to 100, and we need to keep this up. We have to get all the way to 100 without skipping a number, without our grown-ups helping us. We have to remember how to count to 100. Remember, we learned how to count to 100 two different ways. One is by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 100. And the other one was counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You can practice that this summer. Another thing that you can do this summer to help you remember everything you learned is to look for shapes. Remember, we learned flat shapes and we learned solid shapes. You can go around your house looking for these shapes, or if you're able to go anywhere this summer, a friend's house, a trip, you can look for shapes while you're driving down the road. Another thing that you can do this summer to help remember our math is to count objects. You can count anything. You can count your toys. You can count your Cheerios. You can count anything. You can count cars going down the highway if you want, but we can practice our counting. One more thing that you can do this summer to help you remember what we learned is to practice adding and subtracting. Remember, when we add, we are putting things together and counting them all, joining together. That sign means to add. We also learn to subtract, and subtract means to take away or to separate. And here's our sign for subtract. So while you're at home this summer, don't forget to practice counting, looking for shapes, counting objects, and adding and subtracting. Happy summer!